and I'm going to show you how to do a critical reasoning exercise for the GMAT. So I'm going to go ahead and share the exercise with you. All right, so just so you know, in real life on the test, you would be expected to be able to do one of these critical reasoning questions in 2 minutes tops. In this case, we're going to take a little bit longer because I'm going to walk you through all of the steps, but you should be aware that when you do it on your own, you should be able to do it in 2 minutes. So the first thing we need to do is to identify the question based on how it's worded. Here it says, the claims above, if true, most strongly suggest which of the following conclusions. Based on this wording, what we know is that we're looking for a conclusion that we can come to based on the argument itself. So this is a draw conclusion or inference question. And in other words, it's something that absolutely has to be true based on what's been given to us up here. So the next thing we're going to do is to deconstruct the argument. We're going to read it and try to understand it. It says, Museum A will display only undamaged objects of proven authenticity. Doubts have been raised about the origins of a supposedly Mycenaean vase currently on display in the museum's antiquities wing. The only way to establish this vase's authenticity would be to pulverize it, then subject the dust to spectroscopic analysis. So the first thing that we need to have really clear is these criteria that the museum has for what it's going to display, which is essentially that the items have to be proven authentic and they have to be undamaged. Aside from that, we are being told that there's this allegedly Mycenaean vase and that the only way we can prove whether or not it's authentic is by destroying it. So what we need to do next is to figure out what has to be true based on those ideas. That A, the items have to be proven authentic and undamaged, and B, that the vase in question can only be proven authentic if we destroy it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is eliminate until we get to the best option. So option A says authentic Mycenaean vases are valuable and rare. Now this could be true, but it doesn't have to be true based on what they've given us. And if it doesn't have to be true, if it's not absolutely going to be proven based on this, then we can go ahead and eliminate it. Okay, so this first option we're going to mark with an X. Now we have Museum A has been beset with questions about the provenance of many of the items in its antiquities wing. So we're concerned with one particular Mycenaean vase. What is going on with the other items in the antiquities wing is not relevant to what we are trying to find or trying to answer. So since that's irrelevant, we're going to go ahead and eliminate B as well. C says the vase in question will no longer be displayed in Museum A. Now remember, the two criteria were has to be proven authentic, has to be undamaged, and this vase can't be proven authentic unless it is damaged. So this actually does match our argument because it can't meet the two criteria that you need in order to display it. To prove that it's authentic, you have to destroy it, and if it's destroyed, then we can't display it anyway. So that's probably our answer, but we'll check the other two. Spectroscopic analysis has revolutionized the forensic investigation of art forgery. I mean, this doesn't have to be true either based on what they've given us, just like with option A. So this we can eliminate. And the last one, knowingly or not, many of the world's museums display some forgeries. Again, similar to A, similar to D. This doesn't necessarily have to be the case based on what they have given us in the argument. So our option would be C, the vase in question will no longer be displayed in Museum A because if the items have to be proven authentic and they can't be damaged, and the only way to prove that this vase is authentic is by destroying it, then we can never have the two criteria that we need in order for the piece to be displayed. So that's it. That is how you do critical reasoning. Thank you.